So what would it be in that case for the last problem?
What, I'm sorry? This case?
No, number 5.
What about it? What would it be?
Like, so what would it, so what would we be needing for that?
What would you be needing for this?
What did you say it was?
Well, what I'm saying is if you take this progression and do everything as you should, you end up in the second chord with a doubled third, which is the leading tone in this case. Now, if this wasn't the leading tone of C minor, you'd be okay. You know, this progression would work. But because it's the leading tone of the key, you really would not want to write this particular progression. This progression, in other words, this progression is a bad progression, using those inversions and everything. You could definitely do this progression, 5, 4, 3 of 5 to a root position 5. That would solve the problem. That'd be one way. Or you could write this progression, 5, 4, 2 of 5 to 5, 6, and that way you get the 7th resolving down to the third of the chord. You get your first inversion here. Let's say you really wanted to have first inversion because you just wanted the basis to have the T, you know? You really wanted them to go do, T, do, or something like that. Then you could do it that way. But the problem is that this figured bass is inherently wrong. Okay? It's got a virus. It's got a fatal flaw to it. Okay, 5, 7, 4.
This progression must sound very open when you play it.
This one?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, it is pretty open. 5, 7, 4, 4, 6. All right, what's 4 in the key of B? B.
E.
E. Okay, so we're going to end up on a
B. Sure.
an E chord in first inversion, right? With the third is low essentially. So G sharp is going to be there. Let's do E up here, B here, and E here. How about that? Now 5, 7 of
B, D sharp.
oh, wait a minute.
I would write the bass low, Professor. Low G, right?
Well, the other thing I'm thinking of, we're going to need another 7th in there somewhere, or another third in this one. So I need to revoice that. Let's do this. Do you see where what I'm thinking is, so whatever this chord is, the 7th is going to resolve down to the third of this chord. If the third is only in the bass, then the 7th is going to have to be here. But if we put another third, like here, then we can have the 7th in this part. That makes sense? So I'm thinking about the target chord. It's got to have 2/3 in it so I can have the 7th resolve to 1 and then the bass just move another way. I don't know, I'm going to keep it up here. I'm kind of running out of space. Yeah, you could put it down here, but like I said, trying to write kind of small. And so then if we do, let's say B, I'll put the D sharp there so it can resolve up to the E. And then do F sharp there. B down 6.
Where's the B?
Oh, yeah,
Where's the
B.
Yeah.
The root of the chord.
No, that would be the 5th of this chord.
Oh, the 5th because it's the
But,
first.
oh, wait, we need to have that.
Yeah.
So I'll have to put it there.
Yeah. Wow, what a jump, what is that?
Yeah, it's kind of a large leap, but it's still not impossible.
Yeah, it's a fifth, yeah.
Uh, Oh, there's there.
So whenever the second chord is in first inversion, we can run into that a lot.
Yeah. You're gonna, whenever the second chord is a first inversion, you're gonna have to think about how the voicing is gonna work. And you always kind of wanna think ahead of yourself. So, just like when you read music, you know, you're always thinking a little bit ahead, you know, you're thinking a few beats ahead, so you know where your fingers are gonna go, you know. The same is true in harmony, you know, especially with secondary chords, you're gonna think to the one that you're moving to. You know, what is that chord? And I don't know, I mean, I kind of really see it like, you figure out where you're gonna be, and then you figure out where you have to be before that in order to get there. You know, in each of these cases, so in each of these resolve is, if I want to be with this particular voicing, then I'm gonna have to go this way. Now, if I voice this chord differently, then I would probably voice this one differently. You know, in order that the seventh would resolve properly and everything like that.
If the secondary dominant in this one wasn't the seventh, we were going triad to triad, and it wouldn't be an issue.
Yeah, then the resolution of the seventh wouldn't be an issue. The only thing you still worry about something like the leading tone, though.
Right.
So like if this was another,